Parliament reconvened as per court order. Supreme Court dismissed application. A new facility to provide screening and treatment at low cost. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Ravoy. Thank you for joining us. The Parliament has reconvened as per the Supreme Court order on the 31st of March for the motion of no confidence to proceed. The vote of no confidence was tabled in Parliament today.
This morning at 10 a.m., the Parliament reconvened as per the court order to put the motion of no confidence on the notice paper.
The Speaker of Parliament, Joe Pomat, said the motion of no confidence was put on the notice paper today and will be on the notice paper till the 15th of this month, where the members will debate on the motion.
The Chair wishes to inform the House that Parliament was recalled today, the 8th day of April 2025, by the Supreme Court of Papua New Guinea in SCCA number 1 of 2025 to debate on a notice of motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister and member for Tari Open Electorate, Mr. James Marape, moved by Se Pukatemu, nominating the member for Enga Provincial, Grand Chief Se Peter Ipatas, as the alternate Prime Minister. The decision of the Supreme Court was made on the 31st day of March 2025. Amongst other declarations, the Supreme Court declared that the decision of the Private Business Committee is invalid. The Supreme Court ordered that the Speaker of the National Parliament shall take all steps necessary to recall the Parliament to meet on 8 April 2025 and to facilitate debate of the motion of no confidence of 27 November 2024. The Supreme Court also ordered that the Private Business Committee shall deliver the motion of no confidence of 27 November 2024 to the Clerk of the Parliament, who shall list it on the notice paper forthwith.
As per the Parliament procedures, the motion will be on the paper for 7 days and will be debated after.
The Chair, as the Chairman of the Private Business Committee, delivered the motion of no confidence of 27 November 2024 to the Clerk, who placed it on the notice paper. In accordance with parliamentary practice, the notice of no confidence motion is now on the notice paper, the 8th day of April 2025. Furthermore, to facilitate debate and comply with Section 145, subsection 1, paragraph B of the Constitution, the notice of no confidence motion of 27 November 2024 will be on the notice paper for 7 days before it is called on for debate. This means that on Tuesday, the 15th of April 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m., the motion of no confidence will be called on for debate.
As per the Speaker this morning, the Parliament will resume again on the 15th of this month to further deliberate on the vote of no confidence.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
As the members of Parliament are preparing for the vote of no confidence, our party, led by the Minister for Mining, Rainbow Paita, together with its 14 members, declared their unwavering support towards Pangu Party. They have released a press statement this morning stating that they will be with the current regime.
The party leader and Minister for Mining, Rainbow Paita, said there is no time for political instability, thus it is a time for nation building. He said political instability does cost PNG dearly, especially in times when nations needs initial in all over diversity. He said our party remains committed to a prosperous PNG and will keep working within government to turn promises into progress. Our party has also called on Prime Minister James Marape to look into issues such as strengthening institutions to ensure accountability and service delivery. They are also calling for reforming the public service, revise resource laws, and also boosting the country's revenue through compliance. Our party has commended some of the work the government is doing, such as the downstream processing on raw resources to create jobs. Meanwhile, the National Alliance Party leader Walter Schnoebelt has also pledged his allegiance to the current regime yesterday.
National Alliance been with Pangu from day one. Okay, ever since our good Prime Minister was voted into office, and we have no other views. We're sticking to that course, right? And we'll be voting for our Prime Minister.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape has commended the Speaker and members of Parliament for their compliance with the Supreme Court order in today's Parliament sitting.
Minister Marape acknowledged that today's sitting was convened under the direction of the Supreme Court and with the leadership of the Speaker. In a media statement, Mr. Marape said the Parliament convened today not by defying the court, but by upholding it. He commended the Speaker, Job Pomat, for allowing the sitting to proceed in compliance with the court's order. He cited that the moment stands as an important reminder that no one, including members of Parliament, is above the law.
Mr. Speaker, I ask leave of Parliament.
Pierre Marape also confirmed that the process under Section 145 of the Constitution is now in motion, with the notice of the motion of no confidence being tabled today. He said Parliament will reconvene next Tuesday to deliberate on the motion of no confidence. Meanwhile, he stated that next week, either he or Sir Peter Ipatis will be the Prime Minister, and regardless of the outcome, he calls on the public to stay focused and remain united. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
An announcement was made today that a special audit has commenced for the Connect PNG infrastructure program following a meeting organized by the government of PNG through the Special Audit Oversight Committee.
The meeting, which was held last week Thursday, brought together key stakeholders, including the National Department of Works and Highways, Deloitte Touche Tomatsu Limited, and Not Projects Proprietary Limited, to outline the audit framework and ensure a collaborative and transparent review process. Acting Chief Secretary to Government, Ivan Pomaleu, released a statement today indicating that during the meeting, the Secretary for the Department of Works and Highways, Gibson Olemba, has formally handed over the requested documents to Deloitte Touche Tomatsu Limited and Not Projects Proprietary Limited to commence the audit review. Mr. Pomaleu stated that the government has commended the Secretary for Works and Highways and his department for their full cooperation and commitment to the audit process. He also indicated that the Special Audit Oversight Committee, under his leadership, will continue to monitor and support the audit process to ensure its successful completion in line with the national governance and integrity objectives. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
The Supreme Court has dismissed an application by Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa that sought to halt former Governor Peter Yama's substantive appeal.
The application alleged bias on the part of Chief Justice Segib Salika, who had previously granted Yama an extension of time to serve court documents. This decision allows Yama's appeal to proceed to a substantive hearing. The dispute originated when Chief Justice Segib Salika permitted Yama to serve his application beyond the standard time frame. Pariwa's legal team, led by lawyer Martin Combry, argued that this decision was influenced by a personal relationship between Segib Salika and Yama. They presented an affidavit from Close Protection Officer Brian Kapi, who had claimed that Lady Rosita Gibuna, Segib's wife, had disclosed familial ties with the Yama family during a conversation in 2018. Kapi alleged that Lady Rosita mentioned Yama had financed a trip for the Salikas to the Philippines in the 1990s and that their adopted son had been employed by a business arm of Madang provincial government. In response, Chief Justice Segib Salika refuted these allegations, labeling them as unfounded. He announced his intention to pursue legal action against Combri, his law firm, Pariwa and Kapi for defamation. Segib emphasized that the claims were baseless. As indicated, he would file an affidavit to counter them. Consequently, he had to refer the matter to the listings court for further handling, either Justice Les Gavarananu or Derek Hatchon. With the dismissal of Pariwa's application, Yama's substantive appeal is set to move forward to a full hearing where the merits of the case will be thoroughly examined. Yama's appeal relates to the dismissal of his election petition case by the National Court last year. James Guken, National EMTV News.
The Waigani District Court has dismissed a criminal charge of identity theft against Act Now campaign manager Eddie Tanago.
Magistrate Paul Nee struck out the charge, which stemmed from a December 2024 complaint by the Managing Director of PNG Forest Authority. Tanago, a leading civil society advocate, had been accused of identity theft for reposting an FM 100 talkback show advertisement featuring the PNG FA head's photo. The repost followed a public seminar hosted by Act Now PNG that exposed alleged abuses of forest clearing authorities by foreign-owned logging companies. Tanago expressed relief at the court's decision and thanked his family, supporters, and his lawyer. He said the charge only strengthened his resolve to combat corruption and illegal logging. He also highlighted the case as an example of strategic litigation against public participation aimed at silencing critics. Tanago called on the PNG Forest Authority to focus on tackling illegal logging instead of attempting to suppress public debate. The case marks a broader trend, with Act Now PNG facing 2 failed slap lawsuits from Malaysian logging firms in 2024. Tanago called the dismissal a victory for free speech and democracy in Papua New Guinea. James Guken, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello Better Banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The opposition has welcomed 2 new members to its ranks as it gears up for a crucial vote next week.
Leader of the opposition Douglas Tumuriesa confirmed that Governors Sir Peter Ipatas and Noah Cool have officially joined the opposition, bringing its numbers to 19. Tumuriesa commended the move as a bold stand for national interest, saying standing for what's right is harder than standing for what's convenient. He emphasized that the opposition remains active, united, and focused on national issues. He described Sir Peter's decision as significant, highlighting his experience and long-standing role in shaping past governments. The opposition is now preparing for strategic meetings ahead of next Tuesday's anticipated political showdown. The opposition welcomes any MP to join or commit their vote for change next Tuesday. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Accession Dental Health from Australia conducted free dental check to Motukoita people in Port Moresby today.
In partnership with the Motukoita Assembly, the Australian Accession Dental Health conducted oral examination to a good number of people in the community. Hiri Anenamo Queen Louisa Margaret Udia said this program provides the opportunity for the people to do free dental checks.
We currently have 21 healthcare personnel. Also, we have dentists and nurses and a gynecologist. They're all here to help our people from the Motukoita villages with the support of encouraging children for dental health care and also other special needs for our people here.
Udia emphasized the importance for people to take care of their dental health.
An ambassador for my people, I hope that we will seriously take into consideration our health, not just for our teeth. It is very important. The first impression anyone can see from you is your smile. And if you do not have a proper smile, that is something that's going to lower your self-esteem as well. So I hope as an ambassador I call and I urge our parents and families to bring forward the kids or even themselves as adults to have a healthcare checkup to ensure that you have a better and bright smile for the future as well.
She further stressed on the plans in place for the annual outreach.
Moving forward, the Motukoita Assembly hopes to have more sponsors and more people coming in to receive this treatment. The Accession Foundation founder is also very happy with how our people are turning up and the hospitality given by our communities as well. It is something that they are also very happy and proud to be part of. Throughout this foundation's outreach program, they can see the heart of our people, the generosity and the support that each community puts forward.
Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
A local onion farmer in Jiwaka province has expressed gratitude towards the Fresh Produce Development Agency for making it possible to have access to fresh produce market.
Gawai Women Enterprise Limited Director Paula Tomen said the Fresh Market Produce Agency has transformed a life together with other farmers in the community.
Midlama maslo, EPD yang kibin midla wan plan draya tu. Chris na tim proven kampu tim na. Midla wong dry manian na karin kampu market. Na salim kalau market belum midla. Na in that way, wala mamas na only towers and one time we have life through emissions inside the place level straight.
Tomen is a lead partner in the project, buying bulb onions from more than 41 onion farmers through the MVF project. She emphasized on the project.
Mibla families mibla start off. Na time mibla come in one time project blame we have mibla increase the number of people equal 192. Na first batch mibla Rausim lo August now all pama uro salim lo ikam lo Toben market lo mibla lo Islands Fresh Tininga na sampla salim lo local na informal markets.
Mrs. Tomen, while expressing a gratitude to the MVF project, said they are looking forward to benefit from the project with the renewing of a contract in the next 2 years of the project. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Member for Henganofi, Robert Atiafa, raised concerns about the royalty payments of the K92 gold mine landowners during a visit to the site last week.
K92 Mine Chief Executive Officer John Lewis has clarified that the issue is currently before the Land Titles Commission for a declaration to be made. He said the royalties owed to the landowners since the establishment of the mine have been kept in a trust account pending a decision from the Land Titles Commission. Mr. Lewis said that K92 Mining has paid 649 million kina in taxes, royalties and levies. Out of that amount, 87 million kina was paid in royalties, with 63 million kina still in the trust account, awaiting the Land Titles Commission's determination of the land dispute among the landowners. In addition, the mine has also supported the local impacted communities in constructing the Konkua to Bilimoya Road and the Kainantu Hospital. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
After 41 years of service, Senior Goroka Magistrate Felix Terra has been officially farewelled recently by the Goroka District Development Authority and Magistral Services staff.
The farewell was held at the New Channel Inn Hotel in Goroka, celebrating Terra's distinguished judicial career that saw him served in all 22 provinces. Colleagues, family and dignitaries praised him for his commitment, humility and Christian values. Magistrate Terra credited his wife for her unwavering support throughout his career and encouraged young magistrates to uphold strong ethical standards. He warned them of the rising law and order issues. A 10,000 kina check was presented on behalf of MP Aya Tambua. Mr. Terra plans to continue offering legal advice through private practice. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
And now we take a look at the NASFAN market report. The kina closed low at $0.2460 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2835 US, $0.3964 Australian dollars, 0.2109 euro, and 34.94 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed unchanged. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. The pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Cervical cancer is the second most common cancer plaguing the women of Papua New Guinea. In efforts to address this, Sir Brian Bell Foundation partners CPL Foundation to establish Her Health Hub, a brand new health facility in Port Moresby that will provide cervical cancer screening and treatment at the cost of 20 kina. Cervical cancer remains a serious concern for PNG, with the country noting around 200 cases of women diagnosed with this disease annually. The announcement of the establishment of Her Health Hub promises timely and accurate results for early detection and treatment. Sir Brian Bell Foundation CEO Bronwyn Reid highlights.
Ultimately, this initiative will see the everyday Papua New Guinean have access to HPV and cervical cancer screening for only 20 kina. Women and girls will be assisted by doctors and nurses who have been specifically trained for this project, with test results provided on the same day of screening and a referral for treatment if is required. It will be provided immediately, and our project partners will prioritise her care.
All items, including key operational support, have been provided by the Sir Brian Bell Foundation along with CPL Foundation.
This project will utilise Gen Expert machines, which will be installed and maintained, along with the continuous supply of specific consumables and additional equipment. The Her Health Hub will be based at the Stop and Shop Badili supermarket premises and will house the first two machines, serving as the primary facility for administering the tests.
Although cervical cancer is common among women aged 40 to 60 in PNG, there are now cases of women as young as 20. emphasizing the urgent need to boost efforts towards addressing this issue. Highlighting a promise for this fight for the collaboration is CPL founder and chairman Mahesh Patel.
A promise that no woman, no girl should have to die from a disease that is preventable. Sounds political, but we're serious. We in private sector will deliver, and you can hold it to us. Make us accountable.
Following today's official announcement of the launch, her health hub is set to open in a few weeks' time. With climate change, cases of malaria becoming common in the high altitudes, this was highlighted by the Acting Executive Manager for Public Health from the Department of Health, Dr. Peniel Boaz. Dr. Boaz expressed that malaria was usually common in the coastal areas, however is now increasing in areas of high altitude, leading to the increase in number of cases annually.
Malaria has been around in the country for a long time. What we are noticing now is the malaria cases, the new cases. We are getting about annual statistics about over 900,000, it's always 1 million cases every year, and that's an alarming for us that we need to act and make sure that we control the malaria cases.
The increase makes areas from the coast to the highlands vulnerable to the disease.
Basically, the low-lying provinces in the coastal regions and the islands provinces, the NGI provinces, there are some of those provinces, even the Momas region provinces along the coast, even the southern region as well. Those provinces along the coastal regions, that's where we will see a lot of cases of malaria. The burden of malaria is there because of the low-lying geographical region in terms of even some areas where they have.
And now moving to overseas news. U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States and Iran will hold direct talks over Tehran's nuclear program.
Mr. Trump made the announcement during a state visit by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Iran recently pushed back against the US president's demands that it negotiate directly with the administration or face bombardment. Speaking at the White House, Mr. Trump says he's put Iran on notice.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and if the talks are successful, I actually think it'll be a very bad day for Iran if that's the case.
The leaders of Israel and the US also discussed the war in Gaza. President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu say they're working on the details of a new deal to return hostages following the breakdown of the ceasefire with Hamas. They also discussed Donald Trump's idea for a US peace force to take over the enclave.
For years and years, all I hear about is killing and Hamas and problems. And if you take the people, the Palestinians, and move them around to different countries, and you have plenty of countries that will do that, and you really have a freedom zone. You call it the freedom zone.
The Israeli Prime Minister has welcomed Donald Trump's support.
You've been a remarkable friend of the State of Israel. You stand by us. You're standing with us. You are a great, great champion of our alliance. And you actually do the things that you say you do. And I think that people respect that enormously. I certainly do.
More than 30 people have died in the Democratic Republic of Congo after torrential rain triggered flooding in the country's capital, Kinshasa.
The heavy falls began last week, causing the Njili River to overflow on Friday, submerging hundreds of buildings and displacing residents. About half of the 26 districts in the capital are affected by the flooding. It's also hampered access to drinking water in at least 16 areas after water treatment pumps failed. Further heavy downpours are expected in Kinshasa in the coming weeks.
We spent 72 hours with the children, with our families, in the water, without being able to eat. In this country, we don't know how to help. And who should we help more than anyone? The people. We lost everything. We didn't recover anything.
The flooding comes at a vulnerable time for the Central African nation, with Rwanda-backed M23 rebels intensifying their offensive in the east of the country. More than 7,000 people were killed in the fighting in the first 2 months of the year.
The team behind an attempt to bring back the Tasmanian tiger says it has successfully bred dire wolves more than 10,000 years after they went extinct.
Colossal Bioscience says it has used DNA from 2 fossilised direwolves to edit the genes of the grey wolf cells and create the world's first de-extinct animals. Now, 3 litters have been created so far, including 2 adolescent males, Romulus and Remus, and a female pup named Khaleesi.
The South Australian government has announced a drought relief funding package, with many farmers across the state pushed to the brink by one of the driest years on record.
Spell in South Australia is having really devastating impacts. I'm sure the landscape behind me speaks for itself, but many parts of SA haven't experienced decent rains since around September or October last year. And even back then, farmers were already saying that they'd recorded their driest seasons on record. Over in the Adelaide Hills and the Fleurieu Peninsula, farmers and households who aren't connected to mains water are really struggling with the drought drying up dams and waterways. Some of those residents have told us that they're having to shower at local sporting clubs, they're going without basics like clean clothes, and some are being forced to sell their livestock. And as a result, water carting services are facing unprecedented demand. And then just last week, we also saw how the drought is impacting Adelaide's water supply, with data showing that the city's reservoirs have dropped to their lowest levels in decades. Of course, all of this has been putting increasing pressure on the state government to do more for the agriculture sector. Just a few weeks ago, a group of farmers took to the steps of Parliament House with the opposition, calling for more drought support, saying that they were desperate for assistance. Well, today the Premier, Peter Malinauskas, has announced an extra $55 million will be provided to help drought-stricken farmers. The state government previously announced an $18 million drought support package back in November. So today's announcement brings the total drought assistance funding to around $73 million. We know that a lot of farmers had been calling for interest-free or low-interest loans to help with the cost of bringing in feed and water. The Premier says today's package has been designed in direct consultation with primary producers. He says it includes immediate financial relief as well as mental health supports and supports for regional businesses. So, Gemma, of course, a lot of people would be welcoming this funding. A lot of the damage, sadly, has, of course, already been done. But if anything, hopefully it can help people in South Australia prepare for future events. There's around $17 million put towards future drought preparedness and resilience programs.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Jokai Sports. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of good pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
They launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes,
Hi, this is David.
highlighting our local sports developments across the nation,
All eyes on Auckland. Now an NRL team based here.
Create a pathway.
and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel, and you're watching
All the younger ones should follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Rugby Sevens is set to kick off at the Santos National Stadium from the 18th to the 19th of April and at the Sir John Guy's Stadium on the 20th of April in Port Moresby. Considered as PNG's biggest Sevens tournament, returns with hopes of bringing together the best of PNG as well as the rising stars. This is where PNG Rugby Union continues to select the PNG Sevens team for as long as Sports Talk Sevens lives on. Apart from Moresby-based teams, it is noted that New Ireland is sending 3 teams and Lay Pirates may take part as well. Bougainville is anticipated to be back to defend their title. Former champions Lake Harlequins may make a return after last weekend's claiming of the Pirates Super 10s. Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made. Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello Better Banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NAS Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kaita, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. From the pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Now moving to overseas sports. The Sydney Roosters are said to be without Origin forward Lindsay Collins for 6 weeks after he suffered a medial ligament injury in Friday's loss to arch-rivals, the Rabbitohs.
Meanwhile, Broncos back rower Brendan Piakura will miss the next 2 games after he entered an early guilty plea to a careless high tackle offence. Titans skipper Tino Fasua-Malawi will miss the round 6 clash with the Dragons after entering an early guilty plea to a Grade 2 careless high tackle.
In the AFL, Port Adelaide will be without Darcy Byrne-Jones for Sunday's gathering round clash with Hawthorn.
He was offered a 1-match ban by the match review officer for rough conduct. 4 other power players copped fines from the match, including Zach Butters, over this melee. Now, if he accepts this latest fine, he will be just 1 penalty away from becoming the first player to rack up $50,000 in fines.
The Matildas defeated South Korea 2-0 in the recent international friendly in Newcastle.
Mary Fowler started the match and she starred yet again, scoring the opening goal in the 43rd minute. It was a pretty scrappy second goal for the Matildas in the second half. It was an own goal deflected from a shot by Caitlin Torpey. The Matildas won both matches against South Korea last week. They beat them 1-0 in Sydney as the teams gear up for the 2026 Asian Cup.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Kai. True Kai, true inspiration through generations.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
Appealing to all the residents.
business,
Here launched its VPN,
politics,
To infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
Park as we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes,
Hi, this is David.
highlighting our local sports developments across the nation,
All eyes are on Papua. Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
all the younger ones will follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may only man no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Now looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Daru, cloudy with few showers, rain drizzles. Kerema, cloudy with showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with chances of few showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta, cloudy with showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Ley City, cloudy with heavy rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Madang, cloudy with chances of few showers. Wewak, partly cloudy with some showers. And Vanimo, partly cloudy with showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with showers and possible thunderstorms. Kavieng, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy with some showers. Kimbe, cloudy with showers and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, partly cloudy with brief showers. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with frequent showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, cloudy with rain showers, rain and thunderstorms. And Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy with heavy showers, rain and thunderstorms. Now looking at small ships forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Islands, to Kerema, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samarai Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milling Bay Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Hoenn Gulf to Fincher Fen. Sea 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Fincher Fen to Whittier Strait to Siasi Long Island. Sea 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and Northern. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of New Ireland to East New Britain to Bougainville, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And waters of West New Britain, sea 0.5 to 1 meters. Now looking at the ocean forecast, Coral Sea sees slight southeast winds to northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea sees smooth northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea sees smooth northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. And Pacific Ocean sees slight to moderate easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 8th of April, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.